everybody and giving them STDs.
Or she knew things were gonna hit the fan.
No, I think that was her being herself because she's a dumb. She likes that shit. That shit turns her on. Wow, bitch. Everybody's gonna be mad. And I don't get no. Really, let's be clear. Like, I want you to think about that. If Diddy told Carisha, I want you to get that fucking gerbil head right now. She do it.
Shit. Oh, shit.
As soon as the Diddy scandal broke out and the truth of the infamous freakoffs was exposed, Jaguar Wright confirmed that the parties were a breeding ground for STDs. Considering the things that people got up to, it's really no surprise. But whistleblower Jaguar Wright exposed that Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Young Miami, has HIV, but that hasn't stopped her from sleeping around and spreading it while her beau is in jail. Young Miami is a rapper who was Diddy's girlfriend soon after he broke up with Cassie, but like the disgraced rapper's previous relationships, she was more of a prostitute. The only difference is, while Cassie wanted out for years, Young Miami was glad to participate in Diddy's sick acts as long as she got paid. It's how she got HIV, and she's so promiscuous that rumors say it's not stopping her from sleeping around. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, confirmed she was getting paid to sleep with him.
And 50 Cent's baby's mom were paid a monthly fee to be Diddy's sex worker.
Well, I know they said that, and Young Miami had mentioned at one time that Diddy was cutting her pay because I think she was probably getting like $250,000 a month or something like that. But if you look at the history of Cassie, Cassie was paid for 10 years up to, I think, like $2.5 million. So she was getting $250,000 a year for what? They said that she was an artist developer or something like that, but I don't know in those 10 years any artists that she developed. What happens is that the IRS is going to see what money was being paid out.
Gene also detailed how Diddy covered up their pay by giving his girls empty titles within his company.
That's why the IRS went to everybody who was doing business deals with them, that he was doing business deal, and asked for the paperwork, the paper trail. So they're gonna see where this money was coming from, where this money was going to, and who was getting it for what reasons. And if they were getting money for allegedly being sex workers for them, that's what you call sex trafficking.
Young Miami is a vicious rapper who is territorial over getting to be Diddy's main worker after getting sidelined because of Cassie for a long time. Her actions were extreme enough that she harassed someone who was pregnant with Diddy's child.
Peter Nipsey, you heard about Young Miami? They suing her too. They claiming that she was harassing a female about getting an abortion who was pregnant with Diddy baby. You heard about that?
Well, I don't know why she would be named in the lawsuit for that unless she did something that was illegal. Based on what you're saying, I don't think what she did was illegal. But then I do know that she had a beef with one of Diddy's girl, which was Gina, and they was talking about that back and forth on the internet with each other. Or somebody had posted some of the language and the verbiage between them two when she was saying that telling the girl Gina, if Diddy told you to eat my box, you would do it. So that was showing me that Diddy has some power over both of these individuals.
Her feud with yet another mistress named Gina also served to show how much power Diddy had over the women he kept around him.
So if she say this, if Diddy told you to eat my box, you would do it. What kind of power is that? And this girl said that Diddy had already punched her in the head, kicked her, and did all kind of crazy stuff to her. But did he use a threatening manner? Or he was just suave?
Now let's talk about Jaguar Wright revealing the shocking news that Young Miami has HIV, gotten because of the sick things she did with Diddy. She started with describing the drug called Tootsie people took at Diddy parties, which allowed them to be completely inebriated. This drug was the same one mentioned in Lil Rod's lawsuit, where he referred to it as pink cocaine.
As if you need more. When did high not get high enough? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, to the point where you have to fly it across. Like, I need that here tonight. Can you get that here? Like, no.
I need that here. You got 3 drugs, powerful drugs, and food coloring.
Shit. Okay.
You are numb. You are wired. You pop that Viagra. You a f***ing machine. You anything. You a brick wall, wouldn't even feel it.
I'm sure there's footage of that.
Like real rap. Like that right there is like, that's like, you know, cut me open right now, man. I ain't even gonna bleed. Like it's wild. Like this Tootsie shit. Now I see how young Miami can take all that pressure. She on the Tootsie.
Jaguar also confirmed what Gene Deal had said about Miami, and also said that she was dumb for fighting over Diddy all the time and revealing the hold he had on her. Jaguar also revealed that unlike other women who were often victims, Miami enjoyed what she did with Diddy.
Diddy would have had you on your knees by now.
Do
you think that that was really like her telling on herself before she knew things were gonna hit the fan?
No, I think that was her being herself because she's a dumb.
Damn.
I think she was just telling the truth because it's almost as rough as Nicki Minaj with females out here. I hear she lace front all the time. Snatching up and throwing them in her nasty ass twat. Like when I think of the title of her show, I'm like, is that what your victims be saying? Carisha, please?
Oh, man. Damn. Okay.
Please, Carisha, stop, Carisha, please.
So you're saying that Carisha is...
She's a predator no different than Nicki Minaj. She likes that shit. That shit turns her on.
That wasn't the only time Jaguar called out Miami. In another interview, she said Miami was someone who enjoyed seeing Diddy pull other women down, even if he didn't give her special treatment.
After we seen that video, to know that that exists and that kind of treatment existed to her.
And you wanted that. You wanted that. That's what she ran to because she knew exactly what it was and she was down for every last second of it. I hate bitches like her because they make that shit look cute and they convince other girls to come when they need other participants. And any bitch that can walk a woman into certain hell.
In that same interview, she pointed out how Diddy had mentally tortured Cassie by associating with her after she left him, and said that even at the BET Awards speech where he thanked her, young Miami was supporting him even though she wasn't mentioned at all.
Posting pictures, doing things after she left them.
Thanking her.
Thanking her.
Holding him down.
Yeah.
Through the dark times.
Through the dark. He said that in the BET Awards in 2022. Thank you for
in front of Carisha.
In front of Carisha.
And he didn't even mention her name while she was sitting there with a amateur fucking craft store, Michael's craft store. Yay, daddy. He didn't even say your name. Carisha.
Yeah, how up is that to play like Cassie's? After we seen that video, to know that that exists and that kind of treatment existed to her.
Jaguar has also revealed that young Miami was desperate to have Diddy's child, but she wasn't able to. Instead, his youngest, Love Combs, was born to baby mama Dana Tran.
He didn't even know she had kids. She had her head stuck so far up and her finger so far down in his pocket, trying to put it on his credit card. She didn't even have children. Everybody was at the family affairs and she left her kids somewhere else. Probably because you didn't want your children to see you get pissed on.
She said she wanted. She said she wanted Diddy's baby. She wanted his child.
Yeah, I bet she do. She looking at that other little Asian girl, the trans girl. And as long as she ain't got no baby, she's supposed to go back and forth with what's her name? The goofy one, the Gina, huh? Gina was just funning the shit out of her. No wonder she wanted to do this interview. Gina called all kinds of weirdo.
Jaguar also called her out for lying about her experiences with Diddy.
Bitch, get the out of here. I give it to your PR team. They're doing a good job teaching you how to lie better, but unfortunately, we still know you're lying. Of course, you got pissed on. Of course, you got hit. Of course, allegedly. All of those things happen to you that happen to every other girl because you're not that special. You're just not.
Yeah, Pink Tootsie was involved. Let's not get that twisted.
And her sitting there talking about, like I said, don't feel a thing. I can understand why it's easy for you to lie. You ain't feel it. You was just able to go shopping the next day, and that's what mattered to you. Because when she said that she came up in Opalaka, then I understood. I understood everything. See, all I needed to hear was where she was from. She said Opalaka.
That let you know.
And said that a big reason Miami was the way she was is the bleak past she came from.
Poor dirt. Swamp trash. Proper. When she sat there and talked about how her mother was so popular because she was a whore, well, a loose woman and a booster. She was proud that her mother was a thief. See? Her mama went to jail and she had to sit around and take care of her mother's litter.
Yeah. Therefore,
Girls
now
that come from places like that, in dark little towns like that, sleepy towns, where people don't ever expect anybody to make it out of.
the sundown.
There's a certain kind of desperation that it brews in a like her that can barely speak English at 35.
Jaguar also explicitly confirmed that Miami was a prostitute, not Diddy's actual girlfriend.
She was labeled on the logs. Her and the JT, the city bitch, ain't no different than the Diddy dirty money. He's always got
Payroll, obviously.
just the now. You got all this shit going on. You were a whole. you were given the illusion of elevation. Truth is, you got paid all of that money so you wouldn't go to the police. You got paid all of that money to convince more bitches to come and take the damage that you don't want to take on the days when you just want to enjoy the Tootsie without the work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jaguar confirmed that Miami had crazy fetishes that she spread in Hollywood with whoever was willing to participate, even if her main focus was on trying to become Diddy's baby mama.
anybody that believed anything that came out of those two sex workers' mouths, who would sexually assault chipmunks if Diddy paid them enough. Like, I want you to think about that. If Diddy told Carisha, I want you to get that gerbil head right now, she do it.
Shit. Oh, shit.
She do.
Gerbil.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And she num
Oh,
for that bread.
oh, teacher's pet.
Bitch, I turned that gerbil out, girl.
Oh, shit.
This the same bitch that was, I like it when Diddy pees on me. Oh, when Diddy pees on me, I just get a tickle inside.
Oh, don't paint the picture.
Yeah, no, of course he's not. Of course he's not peeing. No, he's not beating on you. He's just pissing on you, shitting on you, doing all, he's doing everything else but be, get the fuck out of here.
Miami was also called a pig wearing Chanel, with Jaguar saying no matter what, it was still a pig. Still, Jaguar admitted that chances were she took more abuse than anyone else so that she could get what she considered to be ahead in life.
Essaying everybody and giving them STD. For a whore that made it out of dirt, it's a great interview. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, I used to think clowning her was appropriate, but it's not. We should all pity her. Because considering how loyal she is to the diddler, she probably took more abuse than everybody else and did it with a smile, just so she ain't gotta go back. People telling her how successful she was on her podcast when everybody knows that Diddy bought her stats because she was a good little Ghislaine. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Cause she ain't have a problem. Yeah, of course you weren't worried about testifying.
Jaguar pointed out that the FBI had likely already contacted young Miami and decided that she was so brainwashed that she might actually help Diddy avoid jail time during his trial, and decided she shouldn't be a witness.
You had the conversations with the feds. They found out what you knew and realized testimony from you could f it up and make it almost impossible for him to be able to allegedly get off of the bigger charges. You caught a pass because things were working in the devil's behalf. You just didn't expect him to have to go to jail. You didn't think that the conscience of even normal working folk would still vote for him to catch the Mann Act. And now there are state charges coming, and you got to think about all of those guns and all of them drugs. And then you got the Jonathan Haidt case, and they're moving forward. And apparently he has enough evidence for the district attorney to feel confident to continue to investigate. If he don't make it out, you're being loyal to poverty.
Finally, she talked about a few other people who were involved in the freak-offs with young Miami and Diddy, and likely already had HIV because of her. One of them was Pastor T.D. Jakes, who was exposed to often attend Diddy's nightly shenanigans.
This shit is looking a little weird. I mean, if Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy parties. Money and sex. I hope it was for money.
Charitable contribution.
I hope it was for money, because arguing about who's going to put the strap on is, that can be a very uncomfortable situation. You know, we're going to pray on it, praise the Lord, you know.
Rihanna's ex-publicist, Jonathan Hayes, also described an assault he faced from Diddy, revealing his extreme tendencies.
You know, like sitting there like tripped out because I was in a home invasion, 2 years prior to that.
Right.
And next thing you know, Diddy is like putting his dick in my mouth, and I'm like, he's grabbing my head, and he's like grabbing the back of my head and like my face type shit. And I thought for sure that I was gonna die at that point, because he was angry and yelling, and after all that,
And if that wasn't enough, Gene Deal described what Diddy did to Usher when he was young.
I know, and people know, that was around in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. And then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when people say, yo, man, I don't F with them niggas, man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent her to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened.
With all this, it's no wonder Diddy has HIV and that young Miami was infected. But what do you think? Will Diddy and young Miami face repercussions? Or is the entirety of Hollywood going to turn into an HIV cesspit? If you want to learn more, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.